Hello everyone, and welcome to a new TVG talk. My name is Paco Treviño, and today I'm joined by Lauro Chapa.
Hey guys.
And today we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct that happened this November 2015. And finally, after months and months of not seeing any form of digital Direct or whatever.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Ever since, what was it, E3?
I think so.
Yeah, it was quite a while, but we finally had it, and it did not disappoint. Lauro, how did you feel about the Direct? Before going through each of the news.
To the details. Yeah, I mean, overall, I really liked it a lot. We got news on a lot of games, a lot of updates, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was expecting something big because it was the comeback of the Direct, but I honestly was not expecting a lot of stuff that we saw.
Yeah.
First, before we go to the news, I really like the little mention of Satoru Iwata by Reggie Fils-Aimé. I feel that was not necessary maybe, but I really appreciate it as a fan of what Satoru Iwata did,
Yes, it was a nice and respectful touch.
Yeah, I mean, it was short and it was very proper, and I feel that was exactly what needed to happen. Now let's go to the video game news. The first announcement that they did was the not so surprising Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD confirmed for the Wii U. Lauro, what was your first thought when you saw this announcement?
Well, my first thought was not of surprisement because, as you know, we've been speaking in the channel a lot of it, and on the internet, people have been speaking a lot of this for about a month, I think. So it was not surprising at all. But I got happy when I saw it. I mean, the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is a really great game that did not age very well. And I am eager to know what they changed about some gameplay or whatever they changed. And overall, I'm happy about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think nobody was surprised, like you said. But in terms of, I don't know why, but when something is leaked, even when it's basically confirmed, I have that little doubt in my mind. So when Reggie Fils-Aimé started talking about how Twilight Princess came to the GameCube and whatever, I was like, yes, like, it's true, like, I mean, at least for me, it was not like some people were saying on the internet, like, it was like, oh yeah, but finally,
No, yeah, you're totally right.
Now let's get to the interesting or noteworthy aspects of this. How did you feel about the visuals? I've been hearing some divisive opinions, but how do you feel about them?
I feel some of the visuals still need more updating. Like, for example, the Wolfling textures. Some of the lightning effects, I think, need some more updating. But for example, the textures on sand look so amazing.
Yeah, that's something very interesting. I think that what was manageable by better textures was greatly improved. For example, the mask of sand, like you were mentioning, all the details and some sort of shading going on, it looks really great. But like you said, for example, the wolf that the little sort of stitched looking things that he has around his body definitely don't look like hair. It looks really fake. It looks kind of dumb because you cannot fix it with textures. I feel that something that Twilight Princess HD should have was, instead of going for the Wind Waker HD treatment, I think that it should have gone for the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D treatment, where they completely redesigned the whole game. I know that it would have been harder because it's a newer game, and the software that they utilized did not support that. But I think that the game would have been greatly benefited from it. Now, with that being said, I will say that I'm on the side of people that believe that the game looks decent. I mean, it could look better. Like Wind Waker basically looks like a brand new game, and this does not. But I think that, what did you expect? It's not a remake. It's more like an HD port, with some enhancements in gameplay and whatnot.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think they'll be adding? We already have basically confirmed that it's going to be more faithful to the GameCube than the Wii version, and that it's going to have the gamepad capabilities that Wind Waker HD had. But do you think that they'll add some other things to the experience in terms of, for example, the sail that Wind Waker improved and whatnot?
I think they will add something. I have no idea what it will be, but I think they will be changing at least something, a small detail maybe.
Yeah, me too. Maybe something to more than anything to enhance a little bit the experience. Now, I'll be sad to say that the biggest news coming from Twilight Princess HD, to me, it's not even the game itself.
It's the Amiibo.
Yeah, it's the Wolf Link Amiibo. I'm sorry, but I really, really like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think that the Wolf Link design, in concept art, has always looked really great. Midna has a really, really weird yet awesome looking, design. So I was really happy and excited to see that. I don't know,
Yeah, me too, and I think the thing that's got me more intrigued is that they say that some of the data that you save on the Wolf Link Amiibo and Twilight Princess is going to transfer to the new Zelda, so I'm wondering what can that be?
I gave it a little thought, and I think it might have to do with some things that will not happen within the events of the game. Like maybe if Link will not wear the classic green tunic, or at least not the style that the Twilight Princess had, maybe we'll add that. Maybe that Master Sword and that Hylian Shield will be added in terms of maybe some sort of avatar kind of thing going on, where your avatar in Twilight Princess is transferred to Zelda Wii U, but, it's a wild guess, any guess is as good as mine, your guess is as good as mine. Going forward with the Zelda news, Bill Trinen took the floor and he announced that Triforce Heroes will be getting a free update with new stages and outfits, and they mentioned that it will be coming December 2nd. Now, I don't think that this is huge news, but I do think that it's a nice gesture, just like with Splatoon, that we get new content.
Yeah, I think that was something very good. I think they were waiting on sales maybe to see how the game was going to do, and it's a really nice gesture, as you say.
Yeah. Now, I'm kind of worried about the game because I've seen some changes in the game's publicity and some aspects. For example, that they changed it from being a spin-off to a main Legend of Zelda title, and from being not canon to be part of the official timeline. And this, and for example, this DLC apparently was going to be paid. So I think that this game is not doing well, and that's the reason that they are doing all of this. But at the same time, we wouldn't be getting all of this if it wasn't doing so bad. So
yeah,
maybe it's a lose for Nintendo, but a win for us. Who knows? But I still think that it's a nice gesture. Going forth with the news, the next title that they talked about was Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, and I think that this game is looking really promising in terms of the Mystery Dungeon series, because they have now confirmed that the 720 Pokemon will be appearing. That's a huge number
Yeah,
of
that's enormous.
characters. It's stupidly great. It's awesome. I think that I'm not sure if they mean this as in the playable Pokemon or if they're including the assist Pokemon that they talked about. Like the legendary Pokemon. I don't
think they mean playable.
But even if playable, it's like 300 of them.
Yeah,
I still think that it's a great number of just the amount of content that they've put into this title. And they mentioned some little things like if you buy it upon release, you'll be getting a free theme, and I think that you get also some badges, but that's minor. Yeah. Nothing too big, but if you're interested in that kind of thing. Now, something that I found really amazing is that Splatoon has been getting a lot of content. I mean, in terms of free content, I think that no one beats Splatoon.
Yeah, no one does.
I think that no game has ever gotten this much content, weapons, stages, modes, yeah. And the two new stages that have arrived to Splatoon, in my opinion, are the two best stages that the game has gotten yet.
Yeah, I mean, they're very dynamic.
They're very dynamic, they're very big, they have a lot of stuff going on, they are visually very appealing. I think that Splatoon has been the bread and butter of Nintendo this year. Just like Mario Kart 8 was during the summer until winter. I think that has been Splatoon this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game was getting a sequel before the end of the generation, I mean, it's just doing very, very well for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And the only sad news with all of this, I think, is that they've announced that the free content will be probably ending about, I think, January.
Yeah, they said January.
They said January?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. They said, that the last free content that they will be guaranteeing is till January.
Yeah, but they can still release paid content, right?
Yeah, they could add paid content. That's actually what that means to me. I don't think that they'll be stopping the content, just that now it will be paid. But at the same time, they gave us more than we could have asked for, so...
They really did.
And, speaking of successes, Super Mario Maker has now 3.3 million courses uploaded by the users. And to me, this number is really, really great. It's really huge for the bare amount of people that own a Wii U and then the people that own Mario Maker, I think that this is a huge win for Nintendo. I mean, we have played Super Mario Maker. It's a huge game for Nintendo this year because, it's nominated as Game of the Year by the Game Awards. I mean, it's just, we've played it together. It's hours of fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
And, the browser that they added for PC and smartphones, I think that it's a nice touch,
Yeah, it's fine.
Because I do think that the one thing that game needed was a better browser.
Better browsing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, writing the code of a stage is not the way to search stuff, you're not searching, you're basically naming stuff.
Yeah, and that means Nintendo is listening to their fans, right?
Yeah, like they did with all these other titles, with Fire Force Heroes and whatnot, they change around what they listen.
Yeah,
right?
So based on that, I think the next thing we'll be getting will be Slopes.
Slopes. Yeah, let's hope for Slopes, and let's hope for more characters, more villains, and more power-ups. I think that those things really, really enhance the experience. Now, the next announcement that they did was Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. That it's more than an announcement, is a reiteration of what's coming. I'm personally not very excited about this game. It's already out, but I think that this is a very weird strategy. I don't know, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't care that much for it. The game seems very bland, but I mean, people are buying it, so yeah, it's working for them, I guess.
Yeah, it must. Because yeah, like you're saying, there's a crowd for it. But I think that this game has had a very, very weird publicitary campaign. For example, the fact that the one of the most viable amiibo is what you bundle with the game. Isabel. I think that Isabel could have been used, the amiibo, to sell other amiibo, like in a tree bag, or to sell other kind of things. Why bundle it with the game that you need to even use it? I guess that it was Nintendo not being like bad people about it, but I still think that it's a weird decision. And for example, also Tom Nook, other of the most popular characters, is a regular standard amiibo. So I don't get what Nintendo is going for with this, but I hope I wish them the best. Now, the next title that they talked about is Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, which at first, back at E3, it seemed kind of weird, like, I don't know, it was very bare bones. But as the months have passed, this game is shaping out to be a little bit more complete and more decent than we originally thought.
Yeah, I think that they noticed that people started questioning the game a lot, so they started adding different things. I think they will be still adding more, actually.
Yeah, I think that we will see a media update early 2016. But something that I feel the necessity to mention is the amiibo functionality in this title.
Yeah, the amiibo functionality is very good.
Yeah, in my very personal opinion, I think that this is the best one that Nintendo has ever made. Because it's basically what we got with Smash Brothers that I really, really liked. But now you can use them online.
Yeah.
To me, that's the one thing that Smash Brothers didn't do. And I'm very glad that Mario Tennis is doing it.
Yeah.
And they also went on and talked a little bit about the online mode, that you can go singles and doubles. And what wasn't very clear to me was that if in doubles you could use your amiibo, or if amiibo is another category. But I think that this is yet another title that Nintendo is kind of segmenting the online mode, so you can only have like 2 or 3 different ones, so you always have someone to play with.
Yeah.
But yeah, Now, the big title for me, this direct, out of the games that have yet to come out, is Xenoblade Chronicles X, which, it's shaping out to be probably the big Christmas title for Nintendo.
Yeah, it looks loads of fun, so big, enormous, a lot of things to do on it.
Yeah, and I think that they're doing a really, really nice gesture, or maybe not gesture, but a really cool feature that you can download packs to
to make loading time shorter.
Yeah, to ease them on your console. I think that's a great thing, because by the looks of it, this game really, really needs them. Now, something that I felt was really, really great about it is that you have a loading time, like when you're booting the game and when you're fast traveling. But if you, like, once you are in the overworld, you will not be stopped from your gameplay unless you fast travel.
Yeah.
I think that was a very, very, very smart decision in terms of the way that the game was made, to make it as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
And I've seen some videos where they show the differences, and it's very, very noticeable when you have the packs and when you don't. The only bummer is that, these packs are 10 gigabytes.
Yeah, they're heavy.
And there's Wii U systems that have 8 gigabytes of memory, so you'll definitely be needing a little help there.
Yep.
With an HDD.
Definitely.
Now, they went on to mention some of their free-to-start titles like Nintendo Battlegate and Pokemon Picross, you know. I mean, not my cup of tea, but I can definitely see some people getting really hooked into Pokemon Picross.
Yeah.
And, you know, they went on to talk about some indie titles, out of which I feel the necessity of talking about Fast Racing Neo.
Yeah.
Which is looking really, really great. I think it won't have a physical release, but I think that this is probably one of the best indie outings I've seen yet. You know?
Definitely, it looks amazing, and I think it's basically just an F-Zero title with no F-Zero characters.
Yeah,
I think Nintendo
you know.
missed an opportunity right there, but it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, you know. I guess that they were testing the waters with them in terms of you never know what an indie developer will do.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, after we're getting some results, I wouldn't be too surprised if F-Zero for the Wii U was handled by these guys, you know?
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising at all.
Now, going to a little bit more funny or quirky news, the Yokai Watch sketch with Bill Trinan and Reggie Fils-Aimé was very, very funny for me, you know. It was very Nintendo.
Yeah, very Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, what president, you know, lends himself to do that kind of thing? I mean,
Yeah.
Reggie is awesome.
He's so funny.
Yeah, you know. Bill! Yokai is why. Now, something that I've seen very, very consistently with the new releases of Amiibo, that was the next topic that I talked about, was that now Amiibo are getting produced really, really quickly. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah, they are now.
Yeah, I mean, we got Amiibo teased for like a year and a half before, you know, like half a year before E3, then at E3 we saw them until Christmas, you know, when Smash came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the waves were coming months and months apart. Now Lucas, which was released less than half a year ago, it's having its Amiibo this January, along with the second wave of Animal Crossing Amiibo, which just came out. So Amiibo are definitely on a roll of becoming a huge part of Nintendo. And you know, to add to all of this, we're getting a Shadow Mewtwo Amiibo card for Pokkén Tournament.
Yeah, that really surprised me. I didn't think they were going to do it.
Yeah, I knew that they were going to release Pokemon Amiibo cards. You know, I knew it, but I did not expect it to be in this very limited one card kind of way. And I don't know if you know how it will be delivered. You know, you will have it on your Pokkén. You know, it will be bundled with your game if you buy some of the early copies.
I guess.
Now, the only bummer that I think that comes with all of this is that the card will not do really anything. It will only grant you early access to Shadow Mewtwo.
Yeah,
so
that's really weird.
I don't know why make it so bare bones. They could have done a million things with it. You know, why just early access? You know, but whatever. I hope they know what they're doing with it.
Yeah, but now they've opened the floodgates to more Amiibo Pokemon cards, so...
Yeah, I think that'll be fantastic. I mean, my wallet is already very, very thin. I think it's gonna get thinner. Maybe my house will have less stuff in it, but it will have more of you. Thanks, Nintendo. Either way, the trailer after this was Star Fox Zero, and you know, I think that this game looks a lot better than it did at E3.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be very fun.
Yeah, it looks very fun. It looks a lot better because I noticed that they changed a few things, like the textures in some objects, and overall the lightning effects look a lot better in this new build. And I don't know, how do you feel about the way that it looks? You know, to me, it looks okay, but some people on the internet have been saying that it doesn't look quite right yet.
To me, it looks a lot of fun. I don't know what people are complaining about.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, but you know, people like to complain.
Yeah.
Now, something that I found weird about this title is that it was supposed to come out this November. It's coming now until April 22nd.
Yeah.
I was hoping, or not hoping, expecting it to come out in January, February, but late April. To me, that means that the game is getting some serious work done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I hope they add a lot of content on it. So.
Yeah, I mean, it worries me that they attempted to release it in November.
Yeah.
You know, if they needed this much more time to release it. Now, the next title that they talked about was Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which, you know, they didn't announce much news from E3. You know, it's basically Mario and Luigi meets Paper Mario. But I found the Amiibo compatibility to be kind of fun. I don't know, how do you feel about it, you know, with all the power cards going on?
Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I mean, we expect pretty much now every new Nintendo game to have Amiibo compatibility, and this game didn't fail.
Yeah, what I like about it, you know, maybe it's not as good as Smash Brothers or Mario Tennis, but I like that it's a lot different from what we're seeing. You know, it goes for a totally different route.
Yeah.
Now, something that we saw a lot on this trailer was not only RPGs, but also a lot of Square Enix. And, you know, later on we'll be talking some more about it, but I was really, really excited to see Final Fantasy Explorers coming to the Nintendo 3DS, because it's the first Final Fantasy coming to the title, at least in terms of not being from the Virtual Console or anything like that.
Yep.
And I also like that, you know, it's not quite a regular title. It's sort of like Final Fantasy meets Monster Hunter. I think that could be very appealing to a Western audience. But, you know, let's see how it does, and hope that it'll be meaning a new relationship between Square Enix and Nintendo.
Yeah, that's always good.
And speaking of RPGs, I think that the biggest RPG coming to the 3DS this season will be Fire Emblem Fates.
Yeah.
I think that it might be... I think that this new strategy that they're doing Pokemon style with two versions will either really increase the popularity of Fire Emblem, or really butcher it. What do you think that will be happening? You know, do you think that this will be a good decision in the long run?
I really don't know, man, because I just see too much content. I mean, usually that will be like a good thing, but I think this is too much.
Yeah, especially because it's like out of the box. You know, you buy one of the copies, you know that you only have 2/3 of the actual content, because not only will there be the two versions, but after release they'll be releasing a third version, and they'll be also releasing some DLC.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about what, $80, $90 of content. I mean, it's really, really. I mean, I guess it's kind of weird, but it's really overwhelming, you know, like you're saying.
But $80 or $90 of good content, like, I mean, worth it, not like just charging because, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not some microtransaction bull, but you know, Fire Emblem has never disappointed with the quality of its content.
Yeah,
I know I have high hopes for this title, and I will definitely be checking it out down the line. But I don't know how good a decision was to announce all of this content out of the box, you know. Well, after they did this Fire Emblem bit, they talked about Megaman Legacy coming to the 3DS. Now, there's no much news in terms of the actual game. You know, we're getting 6 NES titles, challenge mode, a virtual gallery, and the existing Mega Man Amiibo will be compatible. But again, the biggest news about all of this is not even related to the game. it's actually that the deluxe edition of this game will have Golden Megaman Amiibo.
Yeah.
And everything with the word Golden and Amiibo flies off the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Megaman Amiibo, as a huge Megaman fan, I will say that this is a great thing in terms of the relationship between Capcom and Nintendo. But I don't know if I'll be getting it. One, because it'll be very expensive. I already have those 6 games. I already have the Mega Man Amiibo. But if someone doesn't have the Mega Man games out there and would like to have also the Mega Man Amiibo, I would definitely recommend this because there are 6 fantastic titles. The Mega Man Amiibo looks fantastic, and there's really no losing here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Mega Man. I mean, anyway, the next announcement was a little revival of the Virtual Console on the 3DS with Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. I'm personally really excited for this, but I understand that it's really not your cup of tea.
Yeah, I mean, I played it already, and I think there's better versions of Pokemon right now, so I don't see much more of it.
Yeah, I mean, objectively, Pokemon is a series that while a lot of people say that it hasn't changed a lot through the years, it has really, really improved. And I think that it's a nice little nostalgia trip, if you would like to call it. And something that I really appreciated that they did was that they added wireless communication for the trading.
Mm-hmm.
I think that without that, these games would have become really, really unappealing to a lot of us.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Red, Blue, and Yellow coming to the Virtual Console, Pokemon fans will be drooling.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next 3DS title that they talked about was Hyrule Warriors Legends. And, I think that this is the biggest news that the game has delivered yet. We're getting a female Link in this title with the name Linkle. How did you feel about these news?
I really got surprised because there's been talk about her because she was like kind of a concept art.
Yeah, he was a title.
Mm-hmm. And that's really surprising. I mean, I thought that it would be a scrapped idea, but no, here she is.
Yeah, I'm also really happy for this because, the more characters, the merrier.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of worried about, some people were already talking about fan fiction, and, I don't want to get into that territory, but, the good and the bad, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the good news is that this game is not too far away. It's coming March 25th of next year. And if you have the 3DS and the Wii U copy, you can transfer some data. So I think that if you're a completionist, with the Wii U, I think that you will get some rewards on the 3DS as well.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's a good touch.
Now, something that I know that a lot of RPG fans were hoping for was Dragon Quest VII to arrive to the 3DS. And, they're not only getting that, they're also getting Dragon Quest VIII coming out. Dragon Quest VII will be coming out in summer of next year, and VIII in winter. So, I'm really happy because, again, this means that Square Enix and Nintendo are getting really, really well along.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fans of the series, so that's very good for them.
Yeah, and this is one of the few RPG series that has gotten to a broader audience because of Akira Toriyama and because it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think that this title will do well on the 3DS, and let's hope that this only means, more third-party support in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they did a little roundup of titles that are coming out. Some of the more noteworthy ones are Mighty Number 9, Terraria. Now, something that I found interesting was that they did no mention of the Minecraft leak that happened a couple days ago.
Yeah.
With the I believe it was Peggy, the European the European guys, you know, the ESRB of Europe, were the guys that kind of leaked this, you know, with some information about Minecraft on Wii U. I thought we were gonna get an official announcement, but we heard nothing about that.
Yeah, I thought that too, but nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess that they'll do it in another direct in the near future.
Yeah, there's time.
Now, the last news of the day, which reinforces even more this new relationship between Square Enix and Nintendo. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII joining Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Wow.
Yeah, I can't begin to understand how enormous this is.
I mean, this is historic, really.
Yeah, it really is.
I was doing the live feed for our Twitter, and you know, I wrote what I believe, like, oh my god, Cloud on Smash, you know, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It was real, you know, it was a childlike wonder what I felt when I saw it, like, oh my god. You know? I mean, it's awesome. And what was even more amazing to me was that they were like, oh yeah, you know, and on December there will be a Smash broadcast coming, so prepare yourselves, you know. I mean, if Cloud was teased on the everybody else's direct, what will we be hearing in Smash Brothers direct?
I can't wait,
you know?
man. I can't.
Me neither. It'll be great. I mean, and I mean, I can't begin to imagine, you know, if the Ballad character will be announced, if a veteran will be announced, stages. I mean, it's insane.
Anything can happen now.
Anything can happen now. I mean, if Cloud could join Smash Brothers, Snake could come back. I mean, the Ice Climbers could come back, you know.
Goku.
Goku, Shrek, Bugs Bunny. You know, no, please don't add those. Don't. But, you know, I'm really happy with all of this. I'm really satisfied, I guess that's the word for it. And, you know, just some thoughts around the spectrum of the direct. I really like this new dynamic. I mean, with Bill Trinan and Reggie Fils-Aimé, you know, some delivering some news, you know, going back and forth between the two of them. I think that it really works, and I hope that they do it for the future, because the chemistry between them really works well, you know, on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any final thoughts, you know, to wrap this one up?
Well, I'm really glad that Nintendo Directs are not going anywhere. I still felt the same vibe of all Directs, I guess. And it was really good. We got a lot of information, a lot of surprises.
Yeah, a lot of surprises. Definitely. Cloud, you know.
Yeah, Cloud.
Wolf Link Amiibo. I mean, who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I really, really liked it. And I hope that this is the beginning of a new era for Nintendo. Well, I guess that's it for this TVG talk. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Paco Treviño, and today I was joined by Lauro Chapa.
Thanks for listening, guys.
And, you know, if you like this video, why don't hit the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. And why don't you let us know, what did you think about this direct? You know, did you like it? Were you surprised? Were you expecting some news that you didn't hear, you know? All of that, let us know in the comment section below. And until next time, bye-bye, guys.